In this video, I'm going to do a step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to use the TAPBIT Crypto Exchange. If you're looking to learn how to leverage trade futures on TAPBIT, I made a separate tutorial for that, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that video in the description down below for anyone that might be interested. In this video, I'll show you how to create a new account, where to go if you want to buy some crypto using fiat, and how to transfer crypto assets onto the platform from another exchange or wallet address. After that, I'll take you into the spot market, show you the different pairings, and get you familiar with the user interface. Then I'll show you how to buy and sell crypto using market orders as well as limit orders. Also left you a link in the description of this video as well as in the pinned comment down below. If you use my link when creating an account, you're going to save 10% on all your trading fees for the lifetime of your account. TAPBIT is also often running promotions for people who are signing up for the first time. These can be deposit bonuses, mystery boxes, airdrops, giveaways, and more. So if you use my link when creating an account, you're going to save 10% on all your trading fees and be eligible for the current promotion, whatever that might be by the time you're watching this video. You'll also be supporting my channel at no extra cost to you. This video is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. Always do your own research before ever using a crypto exchange, including TAPBIT. Also left some timestamps in the description down below, so at any point feel free to skip to a section that might be most relevant to you. Let's get into the video. If you click on my link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment down below, you'll be redirected to this page here, where you can create an account using an email or a phone number. And anybody that uses my link when creating an account is going to get 10% cash back on all their trading fees for the lifetime of their account. So simply choose if you're going to use an email or a phone number, come up with a good password, make sure to read through the terms of service. If that looks good to you, check this box here and then click on register. So if anybody needs to create an account, now's a good time to pause this video, create an account, and I'll see you on the next step of this tutorial. After creating your account, make sure to come up and check out some of the welcoming bonuses as well. To see those, come right up here where it says welcome bonus, give it a click. That'll bring you to this page here where you can explore some of the bonuses that are available to you. You can see here, complete the first trade with more than $100, get 5 USDT trading bonus. But right here, trade futures get up to 5,000 USDT in trading bonuses. If we scroll down the page just a little bit, you'll be able to see the reward levels right here. So basically, the more you deposit onto the platform, the more that you trade with, the more in bonuses you can receive. So if you're going to be trading anyways, just make sure to come on in here and collect some of these bonuses. At the time of making this video, KYC is not necessary to create an account and use this platform, but some of the services will be a bit limited. For example, you won't be able to buy any crypto using fiat. Now, even though KYC is not necessary when I'm recording this video, that could change in the future. So I'm going to quickly show you where to go to get verified just in case it's necessary by the time you're watching this video. To get verified, just come right up here to your profile icon, and in this drop-down menu, click here on ID verification. That'll bring you over to the identification form where you can go through the KYC process, which stands for Know Your Customer. During this process, you will have to take a photo of a government-issued document and submit it to TAPBIT for verification. Simply start out by choosing the country or region that you reside in or that issued your document from this drop-down menu here, or search for it in the search bar. Put in your full name, date of birth, then choose the ID type you wish to submit by clicking right here. You can do an ID card, passport, or a driver's license. Just click on the document you wish to use. Then you'll need to upload a photo of the front of the document here. Then you'll need to upload a photo of the back side of the document. Then you'll need to take a selfie holding that document. Once you've done that, you just simply click here on Submit to complete the KYC process. Then from there, TAPBIT's going to verify your documentation, and then KYC is complete. So if anybody needs to get verified, now's a good time to pause the video, get verified, and I'll see you on the next step of this tutorial. If you'd like to purchase some crypto using fiat, you'll find your buying options right up here, top left-hand side where it says Buy Crypto. You can see in this drop-down menu, at least at the time of recording, you can use P2P trading, or you can use a third-party payment provider. Perhaps there's more options by the time you're watching this video. But to use a third-party payment provider, we'll just click right here. And that'll bring us to this form here, where we can buy some crypto using fiat through a third-party service provider. To start this process, we'll click right here, and we'll choose the fiat currency that we wish to spend, or we can search for it in the search bar. I'll go ahead and do USD. I can see it right there, so I'll click on that. Then from here, we'll choose the crypto we wish to receive for our purchase by clicking here. You'll see there's some stablecoin options here, as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's probably easiest just to buy some stablecoins like Tether or USDC, because you can always use those stablecoins on the spot market to buy whatever crypto that you want, and I'll be demonstrating all of that in this tutorial. Now you'll notice beside Tether, as well as USDC, that there's a few different networks that you can use, and some of these networks are less in fees than others. For example, the ERC20 network here, which is the Ethereum mainnet, is usually the most expensive. Right here you can see you have access to the TRC20 network, which is the Tron mainnet. There's also Polygon as well. And usually TRC20 as well as Polygon is less in fees than the ERC20. Whatever network that you choose to use, just take a note of it. The third-party service provider might ask for those details, and you want to make sure to provide the network that you selected. You don't want the third-party service provider sending from one network and into another, or you can lose your crypto. In most cases, this process is likely automated with the third-party service provider, but just in case, take a note of the network that you select. So for this example, I'll just click here on the TRC20 network, which is the Tron mainnet. Once you choose the fiat you wish to spend, as well as the crypto you wish to receive, TAPBIT will be showing you the payment channels down below. Now these third-party service providers, they're perfectly fine. I see them on a lot of big exchanges, but there's a couple things to keep in mind. First of all, you'll have to create an account with that third-party service provider. And during that process, you'll have to complete KYC with the provider that you select. So not only will you have to do KYC over here on TAPBIT, but you'll also have to do KYC with the third-party service provider. Another thing to pay attention to is the fees. Yes, these providers can be convenient, but usually the fees are not the most competitive. So whatever provider that you select, just make sure to double check the fees. So from here, we'll just simply type in how much we wish to spend. Then come down here, choose the payment provider. Make sure to come over here, read through the disclaimer, and if everything looks good to you, you check this box right here. Then you come over here and click on confirm. The account that I'm using for this tutorial is an unverified account, so I can't go any further with this demonstration. But on the next step, just make sure to follow the third-party service provider's instructions step by step to complete this purchase. Once your purchase is complete, the crypto will be sent into your TAPBIT account, and this can take a little bit of time. But once your crypto arrives, you'll be able to find it in your spot account. So if you come right up here to where it says assets, just come down here and click on spot. And here's where you'll find your crypto once it arrives on the TAPBIT platform. If you're using TAPBIT as an unverified account and you just simply want to deposit some Tether onto the platform from another exchange or wallet address, you can get that done by using the deposit button right here found on your spot account. Alternatively, you can just come right up here where it says assets. You'll find a deposit button right here as well. So I'll just go ahead and click on that. And this is going to bring you over to the crypto deposit form. The first thing you want to do is choose the crypto you wish to deposit by clicking on this box right here. Select it from this drop-down menu or search for it in the search bar. I'm perfectly fine demonstrating with Tether, so I'm going to go ahead and click here on USDT. Next, you'll need to choose the network that you wish to use to make this deposit by clicking right here. You'll get this pop-up window, and this will be showing you all the available networks that you can use to complete this deposit over. Once again, some of these networks are less in fees than others. But the main thing is make sure that you match the network on both sides of this. You don't want to send from one network and into another. So wherever you're sending the crypto from, make sure you choose the same network over there that you choose over here on TAPBIT. So I'll go ahead and do a couple quick demonstrations. I'll demonstrate by depositing crypto from a self-custody hot wallet, and then I'll do another example sending crypto from another exchange over to TAPBIT. So for this first demonstration, I'll send some Tether from my Phantom wallet onto TAPBIT. So if I come up here top right hand side and click on the Phantom logo, my Phantom wallet's going to drop down. Now, if you don't already have a Phantom wallet, this is a free self-custody hot wallet, and I do have a complete step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to set up this wallet as a browser extension for Chrome. So I'll be sure to leave a link to that video in the description down below for anyone that might be interested. But now that my Phantom wallet has dropped down, I can scroll down, and right here you can see I have some Tether inside the wallet. And this Tether is stored on the Polygon network. You can see the little Polygon logo here, bottom right hand side of the Tether logo. So I'll go ahead and send this Tether from Phantom and over to TAPBIT. So what I need to do is come over here to the deposit form, make sure I'm set to Tether, which I already am, but now I need to choose the Polygon network by clicking right here. And I can see it right here, Matic Polygon, so I'm going to click on that. Now the network that I selected here on TAPBIT matches the network that I'm using inside my Phantom wallet. After you choose the crypto as well as the network, TAPBIT will be generating your deposit address down below. Mine's behind a black box. So what I need to do from here is copy my deposit address by clicking on these two boxes right here. Now I've copied my deposit address for Tether on the Polygon network. So I'm going to come back up here to my Phantom wallet, give it a click. It's going to drop down. I'm going to scroll down. I can see my Tether right here on the Polygon network. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click right here on send. Now I'm going to paste in my TAPBIT deposit address for Tether on the Polygon network into this box right here. Next, we can choose how much Tether we wish to send. And for this demonstration, I'll just send 100 Tether. Now I'm going to come down here and click on next. Now I can review the details of this send, and I'm able to see my network fee right here, which is a very small fee in this particular situation. The Polygon network is very inexpensive to use. Now, a lot of folks are probably already aware, but the network fee is always going to be paid out of the native token for the network that you're using. So for the Polygon network, the native token is POL. So I'm going to be paying this network fee out of my Polygon balance inside my Phantom wallet. If I was using the Ethereum mainnet, the native token would be Ethereum, and I'd be paying this transaction fee in Ethereum. If I was using the Solana network, this transaction fee would be paid for out of my Sol balance inside the Phantom wallet. So always make sure that you have some of the native token for the network that you wish to use inside your wallet. I cover that in more detail in my Phantom step-by-step beginner tutorial. So this looks good to me. I'm going to come down here and click on send. Now that 100 Tether is on its way from my Phantom wallet and onto the TAPBIT platform. So while I'm waiting for that to arrive, I'll do one more demonstration and I'll send some USDC from Coinbase and onto TAPBIT. So the first thing I need to do is click right here and I need to search for USDC. I can see USD coin here, so I'm going to give that a click. And then I need to choose the network that I wish to use to make this deposit over by clicking right here. And then of course TAPBIT is showing me the available networks that I can use. And for this demonstration, I'll go ahead and select the Polygon network again. Then I'm going to come down here and click on Get Address. Now TAPBIT has generated my USDC deposit address for the Polygon network, and I can see it down below. So I'm going to go ahead and copy my USDC deposit address for Polygon by clicking on these boxes right here. Now I'll bring Coinbase into frame. Now that I'm on Coinbase, I'm going to come right over here on the right hand side and click where it says Send Crypto. Then in this box right here, I'm going to right click and paste in my deposit address. I can choose to add this address as a contact if I want, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and click on it right here. Now I need to choose USDC by clicking on my USDC balance right here. And now I need to choose the correct network. So over on TAPBIT, I selected Polygon. So I need to scroll down. I can see the Polygon network right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a click. And yes, it's supported. So I'm going to click right here. So now I've chosen the correct crypto and I selected the correct network and it matches on both sides of this. So now I can choose how much USDC I wish to withdraw. And for this demonstration, I'll go ahead and just click on max. Now I'm going to come down here and choose exchange by giving that a click. And now I can review the details. So make sure to double check that you have the correct address pasted in, that you've selected the correct network. And if everything looks good to you, just simply come down here and click on send now. Now I'm going to do my security verification and that USDC will be on its way. Now that USDC is on its way from Coinbase and over to TAPBIT on the Polygon network. So I'm just going to go ahead and click here on done. And we'll bring TAPBIT back into frame. So here's a quick tip with this. If it's your first time sending crypto assets onto TAPBIT, just do a small amount first. When the smaller amount arrives as you intended, then you can have the confidence to send in larger amounts. But the key takeaways is make sure that you match the crypto as well as match the networks. Make sure those networks match on both sides of this. And if I refresh the page, we can come down here to deposit record, and you can see that the 100 Tether has already arrived in my account from the Phantom wallet, and I'm just waiting on that USDC to arrive from Coinbase. And this can take a little bit of time, depending on the network that you're using, as well as the platform that you're sending the assets from as well. But once the crypto arrives, you'll be able to find it in your spot wallet. To get there, we'll just come straight up here where it says assets. We'll come down here and we'll click on spot. And here's where you'll find your assets once they arrive on TAPBIT. And you can see right here, here's the Tether that I sent from my Phantom wallet. Once the USDC arrives, it'll be displayed down here as well. Now that I have a little bit of tether on the platform, I'm ready to buy and sell crypto on the spot market. So to get into the spot market, we'll just come right up here where it says spot and we'll give that a click. And here's the user interface where you can buy and sell crypto on the spot market. You'll be able to find your pairings up here, top left hand side, in my case where it says BTC USDT. Just hover over top of that, you'll get a drop down menu, and here's where you're going to see all the different pairings that you can use to buy and sell crypto. You can see in my case here that I'm currently set to the market type of USDT. That means all these pairings being displayed down below here are quoted in Tether. So if I want to buy a coin using these pairings, I'll need Tether in my spot account to make the purchase. And if I sold a coin using these pairings, I'd receive Tether for the sale. If I want to trade the USDC market type, I would just come up here and I'd click on USDC. Now all the pairings down below are quoted in USDC. So if I want to buy a coin using these pairings, I'll need USDC in my spot account. And if I sold a coin using these pairings, I'd receive USDC for the sale. Simply click on the market type as well as the pairing you wish to trade. So I'll go ahead and click here on USDT, and I'll just go ahead and click right here on ETH USDT. Now, as you can see, I just changed the pairing to ETH versus Tether. So now I'm ready to buy and sell Ethereum. If I want to get back to Bitcoin, we'll just click on the pairing again. We'll come down here and we'll click on BTC. And as you can see, I just switched it back to Bitcoin versus Tether. You can always search for a pairing that you wish to trade in the search bar up above as well. So simply click the market type and the pairing you wish to trade. Now, if you've seen any of my other exchange tutorials, or if you're an experienced trader, you're likely already familiar with the user interface. But if this is your first time seeing this, all good. This is a beginner's tutorial, so I'm going to take a minute and break this down for you. And we'll start right here with the price action chart. And that's simply showing us the asset's performance over a selected time frame. You'll find your different time frames up here, top left-hand side of the chart. You can see in my case here, I'm currently set to an hour time frame. That means each candlestick down below represents 1 hour of time. If you want to change the time frame, just click on the time frame you wish to view. So if I came up here to the 1 hour, you'll see a little drop-down menu, and I can click right here on 4H. Now I've changed the chart to a 4-hour time frame. Now this means each candlestick displayed on the chart represents 4 hours of time. This chart is also powered by TradingView, and you'll see the little TradingView logo down below here. That means you're going to have access to some drawing tools as well as some basic indicators from TradingView. All your drawing tools can be seen over here on the left-hand side of the chart. Next to each drawing tool, you'll find a tiny little arrow. If you click on it, it'll expand into a drop-down menu where you'll find additional drawing tools. To add drawing tools to the chart, you simply left-click on the drawing tool you wish to use and then left-click again on the chart. So for example, I'll come up here to the trend line. We'll click on this little triangle here. I'll grab a horizontal line right here. I'll come over to the chart. You'll see if I just left click, I've now added that horizontal line to the chart. If I want to move that horizontal line, I can hold down left click on top of it and I can drag it wherever I want. So if I wanted to bring it up here and mark out some resistance, I could do something like this. And if I want to delete it altogether, I can always just click on this trash icon in this little tab, and the horizontal is gone. Now there's simply too many drawing tools for me to cover each one of them in this tutorial. We'd be here all day. But in the future, I plan on making some tutorials about drawing tools, how to use them, things like that. And I'll likely make a playlist on my YouTube channel, so certainly hit subscribe and watch out for that. If you'd like to add an indicator to the chart, just come right up here where it says index and left click on that. Then you'll get a pop-up window here where you can add some basic indicators from TradingView to the chart. Simply left click on the indicator you wish to add. If there's something specific that you're looking for, just use the search option here. So let's go ahead and do RSI. I can see the relative strength index right here, so I'll left click on that. We'll close this out. And as you can see, I added the RSI to the bottom of the chart. If I want to get rid of the relative strength index, I just come over here and click on this little X. And it's gone. I'll also point out this little line here between the volume and the chart. If you hold down left click, you can actually adjust this. I like to squish it down just a little bit like this. That way I get a better view of the price action, but certainly adjust that to your preference. If you'd like to see the chart in full screen, just come up to this little icon right here, give that a click, and that's how you can get the chart into full screen. If you want to exit full screen, just hit the escape button on your keyboard. Right here next to the chart, you'll find your order book, and that's showing you where market participants have placed their buy orders as well as their sell orders. And they're doing that by using limit orders, which I'll be demonstrating in this tutorial. On the top side of the order book in red, we have what's known as the asks. These are the price points that market participants have placed their sell orders at. Down here in green, we have what's known as the bids. These are the price points that market participants have placed their buy orders at. This price in the middle of the order book right here is what's known as the mid price, and that's the price point that the asset is currently trading at. So all the asks up above are greater than the mid price, and all the bids down below are less than the mid price. When a trader comes along and executes a market order, they're matched up with the best available price off the order book, and the trade is executed immediately. And I'll be demonstrating market orders as well. Down here where it says market trades, here's where you can see all the trades happening in real time. All the buys are going to come in green, and all the sells will come in red. In the price column of market trades, you'll be able to see the price point that the trade was executed at. In the quantity column, you'll see the size of the trade that went through. And over here in the time column, you'll be able to see the time the trade was executed at. And right here is where you'll find your order panel, where you can be a buyer or you can be a seller. And you can use limit orders as well as market orders, and I'll demonstrate both of those. First, I'll demonstrate a market order. These order types, they're nice and simple. They'll execute immediately at the best available price off the order book, whether you're buying or selling an asset. So to use a market order, what we'll do is we'll first come up here to our pairings and choose the pairing that you wish to trade. I'll go ahead and just leave this on Bitcoin versus Tether. Next, we'll come over here to the order panel and we'll choose if we want to buy or sell the asset. And I'll demonstrate as a buyer first. We'll click right here on buy. Next, we'll come down here and we'll click where it says market. Now, all we need to do is choose how much we wish to spend on the asset. And you'll be able to see your available balance right here, so you'll know exactly what you're working with. So from here, we can type in a quantity we wish to spend into this box like this. Alternatively, you can use this slider bar right here. So if I was to slide the slider bar down to say 25%, that would put 25% of my available balance into this asset. If I slid this up to 100%, that would put my entire available balance into the asset. For this demonstration, I'll go ahead and just buy 50 Tether worth of Bitcoin. But once you get your buy order set the way that you want it, just come down here and click on buy. And order placed successfully. So I just immediately bought Bitcoin for the best available price off of the order book. To find your crypto after you've purchased it, just come up here to where it says assets, come down here, click on spot. And right down here underneath Tether, you can see the Bitcoin that I just purchased on the spot market using a market order. Now, if I want to sell that Bitcoin, I would just come back up here to spot, give it a click. I'd make sure that the pairing is set to BTC, which in my case it is, so that looks good. Now I'm just going to come over here, I'll click on sell, then I'll click here on market. And this time I'll use the slider bar and I'll just slide this up to 100%. So this means I'm going to be selling 100% of my Bitcoin at the best available price off of the order book. But once you have your sell order set the way that you want it, just come down here and click on sell. And I just sold that Bitcoin immediately at the best available price off the order book. And that's how you can use a market order. Now I'll show you how to use a limit order. These order types allow you to choose a price point that you wish to be a buyer or a seller of an asset. But you do need the price of the asset to reach your order price before your order is going to fill and execute your order. So to use a limit order, of course, we'll come up here to the pairings. Make sure to choose the pairing that you wish to trade. I'm perfectly fine demonstrating with Bitcoin, so we'll leave that as it is. Then we're going to come over here to the order panel, and we'll choose if we're going to be a buyer or a seller. I'll demonstrate by placing a buy order first. Next, we'll click right here on limit. Now in this box right here, I need to type in a price that I wish to place an order to buy Bitcoin at. So let's quickly head over here to the chart. And just for the purposes of demonstration, let's imagine that I want to try to place a buy order somewhere down around this pivot right here. Maybe these candle bodies. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and make this yellow. And let's make that a little bit thicker so it's easier to see. So let's imagine that I want to place a buy order somewhere down around these candle bodies right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and come over here and I'm going to grab a horizontal. So I'm going to click on this little triangle next to trend line. And I'm going to come down here and grab horizontal line. And I'm going to go ahead and mark out these two candle bodies on this pivot right here like this. Now I can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart coming in at 93,954. And for the purposes of this demonstration, let's imagine that I want to try to place an order to buy Bitcoin if the price of Bitcoin was to come down to that price point. So we'll come back over here to the order panel and I'm going to type that into price. I'm going to go 93,954. Next, I need to choose the size of this order. And once again, you'll be able to see your available balance right here. So you'll know exactly what you're working with. So I'm just going to go ahead and come down here and I'll just slide this up to 100%. Just like this. This means I'm going to be putting 100% of my available balance into this order. But once you get your limit order set up the way that you want it, just come down here and click on buy. Now I've placed that buy order onto the order book. So if Bitcoin did come down, hitting this price point of 93,954, this order is going to fill and I'll be buying some Bitcoin. But I'll only be buying Bitcoin if the price of Bitcoin comes down to my order price. So if Bitcoin just takes off from here, I'm going to be missing out on that because the price of Bitcoin failed to reach my order price and fill my order. You'll be able to see the details of your open orders right down below here. And if you can't see yours, just come over here and click where it says open orders. And this is where you'll find the details of your orders that you have on the order book. These orders will stay active until they either fill or you manually cancel them. And if at any point you do want to cancel an order, just come over here on the right hand side underneath operation, you'll find a cancel button. Just simply click on cancel next to the order you wish to cancel. And I just took that buy order off of the order book. And if you want to use a limit order to sell, just come up here to the order panel, click here on sell, make sure you're set to limit, then choose a price point that you wish to place a sell order at. So let's quickly head over here to the chart. Let's just imagine for the purposes of demonstration that I'm targeting this pivot on the market right here. Let's imagine that I want to place a sell order to sell my Bitcoin if the price of Bitcoin was to get up around that area. So again, I'm going to grab a horizontal here from the drawing tools and we'll go ahead and mark that out, something like this. Now I can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart coming in at 105,770. And just for the purposes of demonstration, let's imagine that I want to place a sell order to sell my Bitcoin at that price point. So we'll come back over here to the order panel and I'll type that into price. We'll go 105,770. Next, choose how much you wish to sell if your order was to fill. And again, I'll just use a slider bar. We'll slide it up to 100%. But once you get your sell order set up the way that you want it, just come down here and click on sell. Now I've placed that limit order to sell my Bitcoin at 105,770. So if Bitcoin managed to pick itself up from here, coming up, hitting the price point of 105,770, this order is going to fill and I'll be selling my Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin was to roll over from here and just fall to the downside, I'd still be holding onto my Bitcoin, taking a loss because price action failed to come up, reaching my order price to sell my Bitcoin. Or maybe price does come up, fills my order at 105,770, I sell my Bitcoin, but then Bitcoin just starts melting to the upside. Of course, I'd be missing out on those additional gains because I would have placed my sell order down here to sell my Bitcoin. So a couple basic considerations when you're choosing if you'd like to use a limit order, but that's how you can set one up. Again, you'll be able to see the details of your order just down below here. If you don't see yours, just click on open orders and you'll be able to see the details of your orders that are resting on the order book. If you want to cancel it, just come over here on the right hand side and click on cancel. So that's how you can set up limit orders. And there you have it, your introduction to using the TAPBIT Crypto Exchange. If you got some value out of that, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe for future content. Also feel free to check out my other TAPBIT tutorials, which I've put together in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.